Great to win. 8-3, beating the Jets after Thanksgiving. And we're back here next Sunday. Let's go!
Yes, indeed. The Pats are back at the Razor. Welcome into Patriots Now. I am your host, Michaela Vernava. It's all hands on deck as the Pats head down the final stretch, fighting for home field advantage. After producing over 200 rushing yards for the first time since 2014 on Sunday against the Jets, the Pats' ground game is only about to get better. On Monday, the team activated Rex Burkhead to the 53-man roster. Burkhead's been on injured reserve since suffering a neck injury in Week 3.
You miss it for sure, so just really appreciative for every moment you have when you're out there, and I was definitely looking forward to when I can get back out there.
Another guy back in action, Rob Gronkowski. Gronk caught 3 balls for 56 yards and a touchdown last week, and everyone was all excited when he was off the injury report for the first time in basically forever on Wednesday. But that didn't last long. His name popped back up on the injury report on Thursday, listed with those back and ankle issues he's been dealing with. He was a limited participant in Thursday's practice, but ultimately, he's happy to be back in game-ready form.
I feel good. I mean, the football wear and tear and all that. I mean, you're never going to leave a game and be like, ah.
Have you ever left the game feeling,
I mean, right after the game, but I mean, the next day or two, I don't know. If you played a full game and you're playing hard, then, yep. But other than that, I feel good.
We'll see if we get a Gronk spike against the 6-4-1 Vikings on Sunday. This will be their first trip to Foxborough since 2010 when the Pats beat the Vikings 28-18. And the Patriots have won each of their past 4 meetings against Minnesota. But between Kirk Cousins throwing for the most yards through 11 games in team history and Adam Thielen leading the league with 93 receptions, Bill Belichick knows the Pats face a tough task this weekend.
They're all good. Yeah, they're all good. So, yeah, every one of them. Robinson, Treadwell, Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph, the backs, quarterback, they can pick. They're all good.
So there is a lot to watch out for with the Vikings coming to town. And to answer all of your questions, here is NESN.com's Doug Kyde with his Patriots Mailbag.
Hello and welcome to this week's Mailbag. I am Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDoug, and I will try to get around to answering it in my mailbag. First question here comes from Pats fan Matt, who asks, Stephon Gilmore on Thielen or Diggs? And this is a very good question. Stephon Gilmore typically shadows a team's best receiver, usually a bigger receiver. Stephon Diggs didn't practice on Wednesday and Thursday, so if he doesn't play on Sunday, then this issue really kind of solves itself. But if he does play, I lean towards putting Gilmore on Diggs, and that's only because Adam Thielen is really the Vikings' top slot cornerback as well, and Jason McCourty, the Patriots' other outside cornerback, has more experience following players into the slot. So if I'm the Patriots, I probably put Stephon Gilmore on Stephon Diggs just because he might not be their best wide receiver, but he is their top outside receiver. He's a speedy receiver. I think that Gilmore would do well against him. Then I would put Jason McCourty on Adam Thielen and have him follow him into the slot when he lines up inside. I think that as long as Jason McCourty's got some help on Thielen, that would work out pretty well. And then I would actually put undrafted rookie cornerback J.C. Jackson on the Vikings' number 3 wide receivers, whether that's Laquan Treadwell or Aldrick Robinson, whoever else is in that spot, over a guy like Jonathan Jones, who's really been the Patriots' number 3 cornerback, just because I think the Patriots need to give J.C. Jackson a shot. I think they need to get him a lot of playing time heading into the playoffs. Second question here comes from Mike at Pats5X712, who asks, how will Burkhead be reworked back into the system? I think that he could receive a good amount of touches in his first week back. We just talked to him in the locker room, and it sounds like he's really ready to get back out there. I don't think he'll be, the bell cow running back. I don't think he'll be the Patriots' top pass catcher, but I think he will be worked in the system in both roles, spelling Sony Michel on early downs, spelling James White on third downs. I think all 3 guys will get a pretty significant amount of touches, throughout the last 5 weeks of the season and into the playoffs, but I do expect Burkhead to come up 3rd on that touches list as the season continues.
Thanks, Doug. Now, the Chiefs are currently in control of the AFC's 1 seed, so Patriots Nation, cheer as hard for KC to lose as you do for the Pats to win. And if the Patriots win out and Kansas City loses just one more of their remaining games, then New England gets the 1 seed due to the tiebreaker they earned in beating the Chiefs earlier this year. But if both the Pats and Chiefs win out, KC will reign supreme. Here's a look at some of the custom cleats the Patriots will be sporting on Sunday as part of the NFL's 3rd annual My Cleats, My Cause campaign. Players around the league are invited to customize their footwear on behalf of a charitable organization of their choice. After the game, the cleats will be auctioned off to raise money for each cause at NFL.com/auction. Bill Belichick will be rocking kicks to support the Bill Belichick Foundation on the sideline of what will be his 300th game as head coach of the Patriots. A win would mark his 250th victory, both regular season and playoffs combined. A win would also guarantee the Patriots a winning record for the 18th straight season, the 2nd longest streak in NFL history behind the Cowboys' 20 consecutive winning seasons from 1966 to 1985. That's it for this episode of Patriots Now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.